And adults have trouble staying focused, too. According to Shire, U.S. adults now take more prescription drugs for ADHD than children. Adults accounted for 53% of the 63 million U.S. prescriptions for attention deficit hyperactivity disorder drugs last year. That is up from 39% in 2007. There are a few reasons for this. One is that the symptoms of ADHD are often persist into adulthood. Another is that many adults are getting tested amid a growing awareness that the condition can be inherited. And this news is benefiting companies like Shire, which makes the blockbuster ADHD drug Vyvanse. Vyvanse says sales have soared as competitors like Concerta and Ritalin lose patent protection. I want to bring in Bloomberg's Mark Crumpton on this. And
how shocked were you when you saw this? I read this story earlier today. I found that very disturbing because it's one of those things where people find out afterwards. Your kids have it, and then they say, you know what, you might want to get tested too. It's usually the other way around, right?
Exactly.
We have the Shire CEO, Fleming Ornskopf. He was quoted in our story, recent conference call with analysts. He said, we've shifted more effort into the adult ADHD market, which is now more than half of the overall market and has the highest growth.
It is disturbing, and I think there may be a couple of reasons. I mean, you know, we just outlined a few, right? I mean, as you say, more people are being diagnosed. It's more accurate. You wonder also in this hyper-competitive environment that we are in the professional world, if some people might be, might be taking, you hear about this, there was a New York Times report, might be taking these drugs, when they, in order to become more high performance, essentially, in order to perform better, because it is so competitive.
And we did that story. I don't know if, obviously, there's no causal link that I know of between. Remember the thing about Goldman and the interns and about them working hours. Right. You have people who are staying there, burning the midnight oil. That's an understatement. People are working longer hours. In this job environment, the last thing somebody wants to be is unemployed.
Yep.
So you have people who are working from dawn till dusk, and they're trying to get something that's going to keep them alert. Any edge they can get, absolutely.
And not to make light of this, I always say in the news business, Mark, we all have a little ADD here, right? I mean, we are...
That's an understatement, too. Yeah.
That is an understatement, but I think a lot of high performers, they all joke that, you have to kind of be ADD in order to be able to compete, as you say, right? You need to be able to juggle 10 different things.
You know what, and to be interesting, and I don't mean to be funny, but to be interesting, you talk about we all have that. We all have the ego, too. I mean, if you're sitting up here, you're basically saying, hey, look at me.
Right. There you go. But we're all natural.